Hey, welcome to the weekly channel Angel Message. Gonna jump right in, see what the angels want to share with all of us this week. So here we go. Okay, I'm seeing an image of a trust fall, right? So when someone stands behind another person and the person in front falls backward, and the person behind them is supposed to catch them. So let's see what the trust fall is about, what that message is about. So they're showing another image of a trust fall. They're showing two different ones. One is where someone just falls back completely, complete sense of trust, and just person catches them. And then they're showing someone who is like looking behind them, kind of like hesitating and really struggling to fall back and trust. And so the angels want to ask you, which one are you? I know I'm the second one. I struggle to trust and it's hard to let go of control. So think about for yourself. Are you someone that can easily trust not just other people, but more of what the angels are talking about is more about, can you trust that things will work out in your favor? Can you trust that your spirit guides, angels, higher power has your back? Can you trust that things are unfolding in the way that they're meant to for your highest good? Even if things are challenging right now, even if you're not sure where you're going or feel lost, can you trust that you're on the right path? Are you someone that can trust easily like that, or do you struggle? And a lot of people really struggle with that. So very common, hard to fully surrender and trust that you're on your journey, and where you're needing to go. So the angels want to help us figure out how we can trust a little bit better. Okay, so they're showing me a process of trust falls. So like the first one is like they're being a little funny about this. Is why I'm laughing the way they're doing this. But like the first trust fall, they're showing the person in front completely turn around and actually falling forward. So like they can see exactly what the person is doing. That sometimes that's where we're at. We just like have no trust. Even that feels hard. And then then eventually turning around, looking behind as you fall, maybe having a net underneath the person just if they don't catch you, to eventually fully surrendering and trusting. And so how that looks like in real life, like with this message, is taking little steps of faith. So it could be like a decision that you ask your guides what to do, and they give you guidance, and you're like, I don't know about that, or I'm not really sure. Could you try it out and see, do things work out? Anytime that you trust guidance from your higher power or your gut or your intuition, even if it doesn't always make sense, anytime your intuition is saying, yes, this feels right, but your head starts to get in the way, could you take one more step forward with what your intuition is saying, what your higher power is saying, and see how it plays out, see what happens? And sometimes it's like immediately you're like, yeah, that was the right decision. Like I can see that. And sometimes bigger tests of faith is like months, sometimes even years of like an unfolding of something where you look back later and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally see how I was always on this path. I got lost, or I felt like I was lost and I wasn't sure how this was playing out, but like I see it now. And also ways that they're saying that you can like test, try out to see, like, are your guides listening or connecting with them, is like ask them for a sign. Just like, hey, I'm having a hard day, can you send me a sign? And then pay attention. They're showing someone with like their eyes open, like you make sure you're paying attention to what they're saying, instead of they're showing walking with your head down. So like look up. Could be animals, could be feathers that you find on the ground, could be coins that you find, angel numbers, so like clock numbers, repeating numbers. And you can find repeating numbers not just on clocks, but like on license plates or other places. Your dreams, songs. So if a song comes on, you're like, wow, that is like really timely in terms of what I'm dealing with, it's probably a message. So don't be afraid to ask for guidance. Pay attention to what the guidance is, and then move forward with it and see what happens. And that's how we end up learning how to trust more, is you have to take the risk. You'll never learn how to fully trust and surrender if you never try. But to do that, you have to be willing to take the risk in the first place. So think about where you're at on that trust continuum. Ultimate surrender trust. Can't let go of control, really struggling with trust with people, but also with your life path and spirit guides and higher purpose? And then where can you trust a little bit more?